Yeah, I'm in.
Cool. All right. Well, welcome to the final semifinal match for the Robbers of Catan season. We have a great panel of commentators here today. I'm joined here today by Albert, Anish, and Gene. Welcome all of you guys. Anish, I'll hand it off to you.
Yeah, it's good to see everyone. We are watching the semis three, so final semis match to see who gets the final spot in the finals. In the black, first placement, Caleb Watson. This is a player who joined us last tournament and did very well, made the bracket. Didn't quite find the success there that he was looking for, but looking for that success here. Already getting the first round bye, and we're going to see how they do. In the green, this is a new player who just joined this tourney and has been amazing. Finishing as the 4th seed, just absolutely crushing opponents. We'll see if they can continue that streak. And finally, third placement. Yeah, third placement, Ishika Gupta in the blue. Also joined last tourney and didn't do quite so well, but this time has been really turning it around. Made that playing game that we saw a video of a few days ago, I guess now, and is going to try to make a splash again in the finals and maybe make that Cinderella run happen. We'll see. What do you guys think of or I'll pass on to Gene actually, but what do you guys think of the placements too so far?
Right out the gate, 5-8-10, 5-9-10, pretty normal stuff here, and then a 6-5-11. Resource-wise, they're coming out the gate with arguably the best 3 spots on the board. There's argument for the 6-4-3 up at the top left corner, but overall, I can't be mad about any of their placements. It really matters what you combo it with now on the second time back.
Yeah, and
I agree.
They're really bunched up, huh?
Just a little bit.
If I was in this spot, it's really tough to not start with the 6-3-4 and then maybe try to go right to the bottom left and go 10-9-6, because I'm a big believer in the port, and he would have a road in hand if he did it the correct way. He'd be right on that port. So it depends on your play style at the end of the day, and I think he has a great settlement right there.
Yeah, this definitely is a board that has some strong initial spots. 9-5-10, 8-5-10. It really seems like this board doesn't have too many obvious weaknesses outside of that brick, which might lead to some slow expansion.
Yeah, how do you not take a 6-10-9 right here and get both wood numbers and another ore? You're playing a depth card game right where you are. I think I would have taken it instantly.
Yeah, you're missing off on brick, but you're going to do that kind of no matter what, unless you're going to force the 8-4. He did force 8-4.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it too. I feel like I'd rather just more numbers at that point and try to work towards, anything. I guess the brick board, but the brick can be useless. I don't know. This is a really weird board with brick, and one thing I've learned is how much I hate not having brick. Last game.
Instantly blocked off going down below and has competition going for that 11-3 spot. Caleb's initial placements you kind of have to like, and he's going to be able to move that 10-6-9 no competition.
Yeah, that might win the game, honestly. More luck. I also like Blue's setup a lot. Blue's very isolated right now. Blue will be able to place on the desert very easily. We'll be able to get that 6-3-12. We'll get to the... I don't know why they built the road that way, actually. I think they should have built to the wood port right away, personally. It's on a 6 by yourself.
Yeah, because...
We'll see what's rolled.
Yeah, 2-4-9 spot definitely seems to fit more into that dev card strategy that would have been strong if they got the 10-9-6. But... Yeah. It's definitely it's looking like it's Black's game to lose just from these initial placements. It has access to every resource, is going to be able to get a really strong second spot. Definitely facing some competition from Ishika down the middle, but I think that's to be expected.
Yeah.
I think one thing that to keep an eye on, I think Green has the best chance in the long run to hold a road game. It seems like Black and Blue are going to be fighting over a lot of hexes over the next 20 rotations or so, and Green is just kind of doing their own thing on the top right. It's just eventually they're going to run out of real estate, but there is so many ports on that side of the board if they could start wrapping around the outside.
once you get to that sheep port after that first settlement, and they're the only ones with really good wooden bricks like that, green could be sneaky later on. But again, I think we all agree that black is going to be black game to lose for sure, especially once we get on that.
And already has, black already has 2 development cards in hand, and that's not necessarily even the focus of the strategy, just the rules have allowed it. Oh,
yo.
Yeah, big placement for Ishika, big settlement, like getting first on the board there, and interesting, there's a chance here could challenge a 10-6-9 if the rolls go perfectly in there. Oh no, Caleb has a year of plenty, doesn't need that 4 to get rolled at all, and then the 4 gets rolled right away. Wow, 3 Creek settlements, love to see it.
Settlement galore, baby.
Best game ever.
I have to say, I think I'm a little shocked that the 10-6-9 wasn't an original placement. I feel like getting the 2 decent wood numbers when you can't get on the 6 and the 8, and then you pick up the 6 ore, which is the strongest ore placement. You're not getting much out of the 10 and the 11. I'm very shocked that the 10-6-9 was even available to build on at this moment.
Yeah, and for Caleb, you have to love to see it because, you can go to that 3-4-11 with your second spot because you know you can really get that 10-6-9. I mean, that 10-6-9 is almost like first 3 placement caliber if it wasn't for the plentifulness of wood on the board.
Also, you
road and a settle
on the 3-for-1 port too.
It would have been so interesting if blue placed second to 6-4-3 and then could have cut off the 10-9-6 right away. Could have had the same initial placement on the 5-11-6 because they did have a road in hand. So again, it comes down to play style at the end of the day. Let's be real. It's whatever you want to. Whatever you think. This is a really interesting board because so much is going to happen quick here. We're going to be done within 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, some good rolls, and then the 4-for-1 to get the city in. And another city. Caleb refuses to be outdone.
All right, I have a catch-up moment. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the settlement on the 3-1 for black. If they're holding 2 roads in hand and then 2 pieces to the settlement, I personally would have rather them build up left to the 8-3 and then try to build on that 3-1 instead. Because now that, unless if you're looking to wrap that 8, there's no real benefit to getting to that 8-3.
Yeah,
it is before you get the 3-1 port, and you were already getting that with the 11-12, but now you don't even need that essentially.
Yeah, well, there's 11 getting rolled, kind of benefiting them for that. And it makes sense. I think that for Caleb, it might be a element of feeling like he has a comfortable placement advantage. Going for 3-for-1 port blocks blue from being able to build down there, and he's probably assuming he can build up to that 8-3 spot later anyway, prioritizing again the flexibility of 3-for-1 port, assuming he probably won't be able to get trades. But I do think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it is a much stronger position,
especially with no brick in the game.
Yeah, and those 8s, man, and the rolls have been nice for Caleb too. Up to 11 cards in hand. I mean, if he can sit city
here
or
comes a dev card or something.
Yeah. Has 2 devs in hand, hasn't used them. Yep, another city. Already up to 6 VP. I mean, starting to look like you can run away with it. Oh, and a road builder. I mean,
this could be a runaway. This could be a runaway.
Largest road is within grasp.
So, Albert, are you getting a little worried at Caleb's play right now going into the finals, or how are we feeling?
Gene, if you ever think I've been concerned about playing, you're wrong.
That's fair.
All right, well,
Albert has perhaps the biggest Catan ego possible.
Yeah, well,
you guys backed it up. You guys all backed it up.
So. Wow, Haga Baga. 6-6-6, just a series of rolls up to 14. And this is the kind of stretch they need. I mean, block, the 10 being blocked too.
Ooh, I'm surprised the Sheepport is. I mean, you need the city there, but you have to get to the Sheepport. That's your game now.
Yeah, I mean, settle on if you can stay on the 4-9 spot too, get that Sheepport. I mean, you're just pumping them.
If you don't make it to Caleb, at least Caleb's gonna run away with. Caleb has essentially 8 points already.
Yeah, and just got 4 ore on the churn there.
Dude, Caleb builds a road and has 10. Okay, I take that back. 9, 10 again. I'm holding out on that being a victory point in hand. Bang!
Now
10.
they're going in that direction. We're almost surprised. Like, why did it take that long to go that way?
Yeah, I mean, Caleb has more VPs represented now than his two competitors combined.
Yeah, and you know what? Now they could take their time on connecting the road around the 12. It's completely blocked off. No one could stop them.
Yeah, and then Haga Baga, though, with a little bit of a creative play here, and could challenge for largest road. I mean, definitely if come from behind, but it does start to feel like Ishika's out of this game, huh?
It's
So,
you're not going to the sheep port there.
strategy question for you guys. Do you like the 911 build and being so heavy on the 9, or would you have preferred a 311 build to expand your numbers?
The 911 build does offer more resources in the long run, and I think like you're not blocking that 9 doesn't seem like it's not super attractive if they don't have the sheep port. Like they can 4-for-1 all they want with those sheep, and I wouldn't really care.
You can also connect the roads the way they're doing it. That was the initial plan, I feel like, because you're going to have to challenge for longest road right now. Again, though, I don't know how you have all these sheep numbers and you don't at least try to go for the sheep port. That, to me, is your entire plan. But,
yeah, I mean, those two roads could have gone to the sheep port and selling the sheep port right there. Yeah.
Let's also keep in mind that the 5, 9, 10 was the first placement for Hagabaga, so you can't tell which way your road is going to need to go. I would have liked to just go towards the sheep port and say, hey, I'm going this way. You guys could have fun with everything else. I'm playing a sheep game. But there's no way to tell that before it got back around to them to place the 8-4.
Yeah.
I would agree with you, but they just built two roads that way from the 3 to the 11. You could have built those two roads very easily to the sheep port.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
4-for-1.
That's my point.
Yeah, and going 4-for-1, like that's the thing. We just thought that like I would let them 4-for-1 all day. They just 4-for-1 sheep for brick. I mean, it's great to get what you want, but all that extra sheep doesn't do much if you're just 4-for-1 in it.
I feel like Caleb here, if it comes back without.
I mean, Caleb has a city in hand.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Caleb
city.
also might have 2 victory points.
Oh, that's
Caleb
game. Had 2 victory points. A 13-minute game. Wow.
That was absurd.
All right, guys, look at these dice stats.
Oh, Jesus. Get me on the high numbers, baby. 8 to 11.
Wow, yeah, the 8s came in with a vengeance. 2s, not there. 7s, though. 7s just did not exist. Whoever, whatever is going on in the programming said, we want this game to be fast.
Yo, it was a good day to play craps.
Yeah, I mean, look at his dev cards. Yeah, I mean, pulled 2 of the dev cards. He pulled 4 dev cards, 2 were victory points.
And 2
Yeah.
plenty.
Yeah, you're plenty.
You could out of your 5 and 9 with odds. Twice.
Yeah, and honestly, didn't even outperform Hagabaga too much on the raw resources. But we talked about like Hagabaga was like traded away 20 resources. A full third of the resources got traded away in 4-for-1s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing where it's like sometimes when you go into that dedicated route where they kind of ended up going really heavy into development cards, but they failing to get that 10-6-9 spot with their initial placement, that might have been the game right there.
That was impressive. We gotta give it to Caleb right now.
That was just a runaway, absolute steamroll, saying I am winning this game and you guys aren't stopping me.
Yep, played the game perfectly. Just had all he had to do was have his luck break slightly in his favor, and it just you see the combination of good skills and fortune leads to a steamroll.
Hey, listen, I'ma say it. It's a little intimidating, but you know what? He used his steamroll game before he saw me and Albert in the finals.
Yeah, and so now our finals lineup is set. The two of you, Gene and Albert, will be playing Caleb in this finals match. I mean, should be exciting.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Let's go. What?
I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, then in that case, I think to the audience, we'll see you then. Take care. Thank you all for joining me in this really quick, efficient, and exciting game.
Make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe for more Catan content.
Let's go!
Let's go.
All right. Take care. Bye.